Hello, beautiful earth angels. Sorry for the delay. Welcome. Come on. Trying to press go live on Instagram. There we go. That's an extra step. Hello. Sorry for the delay. This is podcast number 122, Healing Impatience with Clairfragrance and Archangel Jophiel. Clairfragrance is spirit's gentle nudge to stop and smell the roses, both literally and energetically. Clairfragrance, or clear smell, is the intuitive channel that brings you into the present moment, which is where your angels always are. Healing is never linear, and it's natural to feel impatient with divine timing or want to rush the process. Archangel Jophiel, the angel of beauty and patience, through this sacred gateway of clairfragrance, invites you to slow down, soften, and welcome patience into your healing path, onto your healing path. This episode will help you see the beauty in every step of your pain relief process, especially when it's unfolding more slowly than you'd like. So I'm just so honored to be here. My intention with these podcasts is to create a space of transformation, that you come one person and you leave another person that you leave transformed. Whether you're here live, whether you're connecting with the replay, whether you're listening to this in 2025 or 2030, my intention is the same. And I'll be sharing teachings from my debut book, Receiving from Your Angels, 4 Practices to Heal Your Pain with Angel Love, and an angel meditation or activation to help you to relax and cherish your body, to receive and trust your intuition, and to really become the angel receiver that you are meant to be, that you are and that you're meant to be, that you're becoming. And so my name is Jill Kempner, angel coach and author. As an angel coach, what I help my clients do is to heal the pain in their bodies with the love of the angels through the relax, release, receive process outlined in my debut book. And I help my clients to develop a relationship with their own angels, with their own guardian angels, and of course the limitless and unlimited archangels that are available to everyone all the time, instantly, through our request, through our asking. And whatever your pain is, right? One thing I'm confident about is that your angels know how to heal your pain. And I'm also confident, which is funny because that's one of my cards today, is confidence. And the other thing I'm confident about is that that I have the tools, right? The messages, the medicine, and the modalities to help you to access that pain relief answer, to help you to access your angel's love and wisdom. And we do that through our intuitive channels, awakening, amplifying, opening, expanding our intuitive channels to be aligned with your soul's love, with your angel's love. And so I want to welcome everyone who will be here live today, everyone who's connecting with the replay, to be just surrounded in a circle of unconditional love, deep compassion, miracles, and joy. Happy July 8th. Yesterday was a really intense but beautiful day for me. It was my mom's anniversary of her passing. It's been 3 years. And yeah, she died on an angel portal day, 7/7/22. I have the tattoo on my arm. I can't see it really good on this one here, but I got my angel wings. I actually have, this is my 7th tattoo. After number 6, I said, oh, I'm not getting any more tattoos. I'm done. I've got my little tattoos all around my body. And then, my mom died. And then a year later, my brother died. and I decided to get wings, which is just appropriate for my profession, my career, my life's purpose, my mission. And also, happy full moon. We just started the full moon cycle uh, that peaks this Thursday, the 10th. So it's a perfect time to talk about clairs and the Clairfragrance. And there was something else I wanted to say. It was just such a tender day yesterday for me. But I was proud of how I handled it. I feel like I handled it with more grace than I have the past couple years, and just more willingness to receive the lessons, the gems, the medicine of these losses, these really difficult losses. And there's something else I wanted to say about that, but it's not coming to my brain. So yeah, the full moon. Oh yeah. So the full moon is a time of actually celebration, culmination, and illumination, right? Where La Luna is bright in the sky, shining her light on. Good morning, Marie. Yeah, if you're here, say hi. I got to check Instagram. Okay, welcome. And it's illuminating our medicine, our wisdom, our gifts, right? It's illuminating the gems that we're here to discover, uncover within the challenge, right? Within the difficulties. And it's also illuminating the karma, the pain. For me, it was illuminating these places where I'm still holding on to suffering, the suffering that my mom went through in the last year of her life. It was really the last 5 years of her life, because since Dylan's accident, she had, horrible PTSD, and, her health was failing. We didn't know about the specific cancer that she passed away from, but, she was struggling in a lot of ways. And I realized that it's like I'm holding a torch for the suffering. And that was something I needed to lay down. And so yesterday I wrote a blog. I shared a post about my mom. I did Oracle Monday, which I do once a month. I pull 3 cards and, 1, 2, 3, and you can pick a card. And then later in the day, I do a reveal video. And I purposely and intentionally chose the Fairy Tarot yesterday because my mom was a tarot card reader. And she was amazing. And her intuition was always spot on, tarot or not. But when she was using the tarot, like it was just like a laser focus. And her readings were always beautiful and accurate, truthful, wisdom filled. And so I used the tarot, which I'm not as familiar with because I'm more in the Oracle cards, yesterday. And I did a reading for her. And then after that, because it was a cooler day here in the Midwest, it's been very hot. We had like 2 weeks of like 90 degrees. My husband and I weeded a part of the garden. And that was and it was actually connected with the card that I pulled for myself, the Prince of Summer. It was like, ground yourself, stay grounded through a very intense emotional experiences. And that's what I felt like yesterday. I woke up, of course, crying, grieving, and processing on, just layers of the loss. And I really intended that everything that I did would turn my grief into grace and my suffering into serenity. And I do feel lighter today. I did feel a shift, and I know it, and it's going to continue to come. So thank you for hearing that. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Whether you're here live or connecting with the replay, we're all here together. And so we're journeying through my debut book, moving through every step of every practice. And I have been sharing my personal stories. This book means so much to me because it's really my life. It's really my life. I share 4 personal stories of, initiations, challenging things that happened, difficult things that happened, and the gems that came from it, right? The gems of the journey. And so in Renew Your Devotion, practice number 1, I talk about my dark night of the soul. And when I went to the psych hospital after my daughter was born, and then how basically that whole practice of renew your devotion came to be, right? Developing a daily angel practice, developing a sacred self-care routine that keeps you in the flow of your angel's love. In practice number 2, relax and cherish your body, I talk about the transformation that pain had in my journey after I tore my knee and had ACL surgery, and how that changed the trajectory of my business, my life, my career for the better, even though it was incredibly difficult at the time. And how the power of relaxation, right? Relaxation is the gateway to angelic pain relief. And I talk about the levels of relaxation, how to access them, what angels are connected with those levels, and a deep support of you healing whatever pain you're going through. Practice number 3, release and lead with your heart. It is the most tender story. I talk about my father's passing and how he was murdered when I was 11, and how that created this mountain of, grief and hurt in my heart. And, that it took many miracles to shift that. But it led me right on this path of seeking peace, seeking healing, seeking relief, which eventually led me to, Reiki and angels and the work I do today. And now we're in receive and trust your intuition, practice number 4, which what it's all about is receiving, because my job as an angel coach is to help you become an angel receiver, right? So you're not relying on me. I'll help you become an angel receiver, but then I'm giving you all your power back. You're the healer. You're the medicine person. You're the channel of the angels. And I'm just showing you by example, right? Through the practice and the practices. And this practice is all about trust. Trusting your soul, trusting your body, trusting your angels, trusting your intuition. So here we are on the lightest clair of all clairs, which is Clairfragrance. And there's 2. So thank you, angels. So remember, your angels are always sending you love. It's not like sometimes they're sending you love and sometimes they're not. They're always sending you love. And thank you. I will remember the story. Thank you. They were like, you forgot to say what story was in practice number 4. And I'm like, I know, but I will. And sorry, they were resetting me. Sometimes I move too fast. So let me slow it down. So the release and lead with your heart is all about the safe way to release, right? That there's the safety nets of releasing, and that you're safe to let go of all the things. Like for me, yesterday, for example, I really needed to let go of the suffering of my story, of all the things my mom didn't do. And the shift for me, and what I named in my blog, was the focus on everything she did do. And it wasn't everything. It was just, a snapshot of what she did do. And that really created space in my heart and mind so I can show up and continue to serve at my highest level. So receive and trust your intuition. I talk about my brother's traumatic car accident, and I've been talking about that in the last 3 episodes, different aspects of how my intuition came into play during that traumatic event, during the time that he was in the hospital, during his recovery, and really resurrection in a lot of ways, because he had many life-threatening injuries that most people would have survived. But because he was an American Ninja warrior and beyond strong physically, muscularly, he survived. Okay, so thank you, angels. And now your angels are always sending you love, and they're sending it to you through your intuitive channels, through the clairs, right? Everyone has intuition, and everyone has all 5 clairs. One of my goals that I help my clients with And it's such a passion of mine. And we do it through the energy work, through their daily angel practice, through the relax, release, receive process, is to help them to open up each intuitive channel and open them up individually, and then open them up as a collective, as a group, right? In harmony with each other, so that when you get those messages, there's no doubt that that's your angels speaking to you, that that's your angels communicating with you. So I hope that resonates. And so, thank you. Okay. So we have two types of intuition. We have direct angel guidance and indirect angel guidance. Direct angel guidance comes directly through your 5 clairs: the claircognizance at the crown, the clairvoyance at the third eye, the clairaudience at the ears, right? Those audible messages, the clairfragrance at the mouth and throat that we're talking about today, and the clairsentience in the belly, right? The gut feelings. The indirect guidance shows up as signs, symbols, synchronicities, music, numbers, animals, sacred objects, including oracle cards, right? The penny, the white feather, the rainbow, the cloud shaped like an angel or an animal or something, the cloud shape, right? We need both of these because we need validation, right? Validation. So we need both, but especially the validation of indirect guidance to fully open the flow of the direct messages. This is so important. So the goal of any sign or synchronicity is to point you back to your own clairs. So the angels say over and over and over again, when you receive a sign, it's like a finger snap, which I do a lot of. It's not just about the symbol itself, but it's about your awareness. Because I think we can get caught up on like, what does this sign mean? What does this sign mean? What does this sign mean? Right? And start to go like logicalizing everything, right? Analyzing, overthinking it. When it's really saying, pause, breathe, and come into the now. Right? That's the doorway to open up your direct channels. So as sensitive souls, we get stuck in that analyzing the sign rather than receiving the guidance. Ooh, I love that. Yes, signs carry meaning, right? You can go look it up. Now there's, you can just Google it, right? But their higher purpose is to bring you into the present moment where your clairs, your angels can speak directly to you. I hope that resonates. So clairfragrance is this powerful portal into the peaceful now. And when the angels said that to me, I was like, right? And there's nothing like getting a whiff, right, of a beautiful flower or, Palo Santo or a beautiful incense. So it calls you back from overthinking, regret, and worry, which is what we're probably doing, right? Spinning up here. And centers you where the real healing happens, in your body, in your heart, in the now. Okay, when you receive a scent out of nowhere, this is part of what clairfragrance is, right? Baking bread, roses, perfume, cigarette smoke, rain on the pavement. Ooh, I love rain on the pavement. It's often not about the scent itself, but the invitation to become still. Your angels are near and they're speaking to you. So the clairfragrance, when you have a whiff of something, especially if it's not physically present, it might be physically present and that might open up your clairs, the other clairs, right? But getting, and one of my students, and I wrote about this in my book, was cotton candy. Every single time we would meditate with the angels, and she was in all my different meditation classes, she would smell cotton candy and she goes, what is this cotton candy? I was like, that's your clairfragrance. That's when you know the angels are here. That's your sign. And it was so potent for her that it became, I wrote about it in my book. So thank you, Lauren. So clairfragrance can invite you to stop worrying and ruminating, to release regret, to let go of fear or negativity, to surrender your pain into the arms of your angels and step into patience, worthiness, and presence. Patience, power, and presence, right? But really worthiness, because one of the shadows, well, we'll get to the shadows of Clairfragrance. So I've shared a lot of really powerful stories about my brother's accident. The kidney miracle, the pulmonary embolism, miracle, the heart, that thing in his heart that wasn't really there, miracle. There's like so many miracles. And I don't really have one dramatic example for the Clairfragrance during Dylan's recovery. But I know there were many, many subtle moments where Clairfragrance came. It's interesting because when I was praying about this and thinking about it, I was like trying to remember the smells. Like, was there a smell in the hospital that made me think something or whatever? And I didn't recall a lot of smells. Doesn't mean it wasn't there in the moment. But that wasn't one of the senses that was as activated as some of the other ones, right? So sense that brought me back into the room, a flicker of calm when the chaos of the ICU threatened to take me under. What I do remember clearly Dylan saying once he got his voice back, over and over again, during his long recovery, was that one of the lessons he was learning the most was patience. And every time he would talk about that, I could feel, his soul anchoring into the moment. I could feel this calm setting in because he had a lot of the opposite of that, right? He had a lot of the shadow of patience on this journey. And I really couldn't have agreed more with him. And that was powerful. Really, really. So Clairfragrance was one of the channels that helped us hold that frequency even in the unknown. Like, how beautiful is that? So sometimes the scent itself carries a message, right? But often Clairfragrance, and this is something that's really interesting about Clairfragrance, and actually there's something about clairaudience I want to name too right after this, because they're connected, and something I forgot to say last week. But often Clairfragrance is a precursor to further guidance. It's a quiet alert, a whisper. Be here, your angels are speaking. Same thing, let me relate that to clairaudience. One of the clairaudient signs of clairaudience is your ear ringing. Could be ear ringing, could be buzzing, could be almost like when you put a shell against your ear and you hear the ocean. That type of it's not the ear ringing that's the message. It's the ear ringing telling you a message is coming. Same thing with Clairfragrance, right? It's not the scent itself necessarily, although that might be, but it's like, whoa, hold on, the angels are here. They're going to give me a message. So it's a precursor to the divine download. I hope that resonates. I hope that makes sense. And let me know for you how Clairfragrance is played in your journey in your pain relief journey and your connection with your angels. So you can also use physical scents, right? Like burning sage or incense, Palo Santo, essential oils to deepen your presence, right? These physical anchors open the Clairfragrance channel and help you ground your nervous system. Clairfragrance is energetically connected to the throat, right? It's like mouth, taste, throat, which holds the energy of creative expression, the voice of your soul, and your divine worth as a sacred being living a human life. Always remember, Earth Angels know that we are a soul having a human experience, right? And one of the gifts of the human experience is our senses, right? Our senses are a blessing. And all of the clairs are connected with the physical senses. Except claircognizance, which is connected with what I call the sixth sense, the psychic sense, the thought, right? And thoughts. So that's why working with Jophiel, Archangel Jophiel, the angel of beauty, the angel of clarity, the angel of space clearing, the angel of your crown chakra, your throat chakra, Clairfragrance, right? Helps you soften the edges of self-judgment and harshness, and to see the beauty in every part of your process, that there is beauty in every single part of your process. I really love that. So I want to do a short activation with Jophiel to release any impatience that you're having about your own healing process and awaken your clairfragrance, right? Tuning your clairfragrance to the angels, to your soul, to your guardian angels. And we'll see what Jophiel brings us today. And, oh, thank you, angels. They're smarter than me. And so if what I'm sharing here resonates with you, feel free to like, share, comment, share this video on your page. I would be honored. And if you're ready to go deeper and potentially hire me as your angel coach, I'd like to invite you to my angelic pain relief consult. This is a 1-hour consult over Zoom, and it's a heartfelt, sacred space where I'm listening to you and your angels. And I'm going to help you understand what your pain is all about, right? You think it's this, but it's really this. I'm going to share what your angels are saying about your pain, which brings instant relief. And in that consult, I'm going to pull an archangel for you based on what we talked about, right? Based on your intention, based on your fuel, that's going to support you in walking forward on your next steps. And if we're a good fit, I'll share the details of my coaching program with you. I want to say that I understand how vulnerable it is to, first of all, to open up your pain and let the angels look at it, let me and the angels look at it. And I understand the fears around kind of digging in, because that's really what we do, right? We dig in, we scoop it out, we bring it to the angels, we clear it. And I want to name how courageous it is to hire a coach, to devote time, money, and energy into your healing. And what I'll say is that I'm here to serve cycle breakers, those earth angels who were ready to say no more, no more to this karma, no more to this pain, no more to this disease. I'm taking it out of my lineage. I'm clearing it for me and my whole lineage, forward and back. And that's what I do. And those are the souls that I'm here to help. So if you think you're a cycle breaker and you want to have a conversation with me, I'd love to have that consult. I do have a Colorado vacation this month, so I have a less openings than I normally do, but I do have a few openings for this consult. I'd love to have that conversation with you. All that information's on my website, and I'll put the link in the comments as well. Okay. On to Jophiel, who has a beautiful magenta light. I'm wearing some of her. She wanted me to wear these earrings today. So closing your eyes, taking some cleansing breaths in and out. Just coming into the now, into your body, into your heart, and onto the earth. Ground into the earth, sending your energetic roots deep, deep, deep into Pachamama, through all the crystals, all those clear quartz crystals, down to the heart of the earth. Take a breath there. As you connect with your heart, bring your hands there. The throat is the crown of the heart. And say, I am devoted to receiving love and trust from my angels. Feeling your heart open to your angel's love. Aligning your mind with divine mind. And just pause, breathe, and receive your angel's love and devotion for you as we welcome them here. We invite all of your angels and guardian angels, allies, beloved ancestors, all of the master teacher guides, all of the Reiki guides. And we welcome the archangels of receive and trust your intuition. Archangel Uriel, Archangel Raziel, Archangel Orion, and Archangel Jophiel. We welcome the angels of patience, the angels of divine worthiness, the angels of Clairfragrance to guide, surround, direct, and protect you for your highest good and highest healing. And so we welcome Jophiel with the prayer of invitation from my book, Step 5. Thank you, Archangel Jophiel, for bringing me, I'm going to do it in first person, the angels are saying, bringing me the medicine of clarity, patience, and worthiness. I invite the magenta light of Archangel Jophiel to flow into my nose, mouth, throat, and lungs, bringing clarity, calm, and restoring my inner beauty, so I can receive and trust my Clairfragrance. I allow and invite the angels of clarity, patience, and divine worthiness to infuse my aura and throat chakra with their healing light so I can receive, trust, and take action on my clear, fragrant messages. So Jophiel, stepping forward, she's inviting you into the center of your throat chakra temple. As she opens the door to the throat chakra temple and you step inside, you feel this, it's patience, but even beyond patience, this vast love, there's not a word for it, but we're trying. This vast love, this vast patience, this vast spaciousness, this vast trust in your divine worth, in your divinity, in your wholeness, in your purity. And that's what I'm feeling, this like angels of purity coming into the center of the throat chakra temple. And there's this deep release, so letting yourself relax there physically, relaxing emotionally, letting the emotions calm, letting the body calm, relaxing mentally, inviting the mind to calm. And relaxing spiritually. And what Jophiel is inviting you to do is to look at the impatience that you've had with yourself or others around your healing journey, to witness it, to see it, to honor it. And we're doing this in with the angels of purity, with Archangel Jophiel. And she's radiating patience and clarity and divine worth into the center of your throat chakra temple, all the way to the back, through the lungs. It feels so good. It feels so good. And feel the energy of patience, the energy of presence of your soul, witnessing the energy of impatience that maybe you've had. I remember when I had cystic acne for over 20 years, and I was so impatient with my body and my skin. And all the times I was impatient with other people when I could see what they couldn't. And we welcome a magenta golden light to fill the throat chakra temple and to surround all of the impatience. Today we're focused on impatience. There's other shadows of the Clairfragrance, but today is impatience. It's okay. Oh, and this magenta golden light is awakening your senses, your clairs and your clairfragrance to the next level, to be attuned to your guardian angel's love, to be attuned to your soul's love. And then, as if we could just press a button and release all that impatience, all the unworthiness, all the shame into the arms of Archangel Jophiel, into her heart center. Trusting that you are exactly where you're meant to be. Trusting the divine timing, the divine plan. Trusting your own divinity. Trusting that your healing is unfolding perfectly. So there's a big release of impatience. I feel it kind of, it's moving from the throat down through the heart and down and out through the roots. Your body may twitch, shudder. You may feel emotional as it releases. And then we ask, what lesson am I learning from this impatience? What is the deeper meaning of this impatience, of this pain? Know that the answers will arrive in the soft stillness of your heart. And then we ask, what smell or smells support my healing journey right now? What I'm really feeling is like guardian angels. What scent? What smell will you send me to remind me of your presence, to remind me of your love, to remind me of the higher vision? Yeah. So just trust that. Listen, trust. Trust your intuition. Trust your claircognizance at your crown. Trust your clairvoyance at your third eye. There you go. Trust your clairaudience at your ears, your clairfragrance at your mouth and throat, and the clairsentience in the belly. Thank you, Jophiel. So she takes this magenta ball of light. It's not Metatron's cube. Oh, inside of the ball is a rose. Because I was like, it's not Metatron's cube. So there's this beautiful magenta ball, but inside of it is a rose. And she places that in all of your clairs, into your belly, sacral, navel, solar plexus, into your throat, into your third eye, ears, and crown. Attuning, bringing all the clairs online with each other, bringing all the clairs in line with your soul, your guardian angels, and your angel team. Oh, I love that. Thank you, Jophiel. And so welcome a scent. I know for me it's roses, so I felt like that was my scent, right? So let your angels offer you a scent, either remembered or completely new, that can be your anchor of peace. And as we close our time together, we affirm, I fully trust my clairfragrance. You can say this 3 times. I fully trust my clairfragrance. I fully trust my clairfragrance. The nose knows. So we're going to integrate this healing and close your field. Jophiel sealing your field for your highest good and highest healing. And know that Jophiel is always here, showing you your inner beauty, clearing the space, and filling you with deep patience and divine worthiness as we seal this inner journey with a namaste. Namaste. Okay, my goodness, that was so beautiful. Hi, Bea. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Hey, Queen Komisha, she made it. So yeah, it's just a pleasure and an honor. There's so many oracle decks I want to work with. Well, let's work with your guardian angels today. My card today was Holy Love. How is it that you're receiving and trusting your clairfragrance to the next level this week during the amazing full moon? Ah, so beautiful. Ah, one of, I feel like, Jophiel's energy, right? Ease and grace. This is a week. Be easy, be gentle, be graceful. Take whatever grief and ask it to be turned into grace. Take whatever suffering and ask it to be turned into ease and serenity. Welcoming, right? I love this channel because it's the most lightest of all of them, right? Our other clairs can be kind of heavy and muddy, especially when we go into clairsentience next week. And it's like, this is the lightest channel, right? So it's like, let it be easy. And there's a prayer, Spirit, show me how easy this can be, right? Let this week be easy on yourself, be easy on others, right? Be patient with your healing journey, right? And if you're not feeling patient, call in Jophiel, right? You know that there's an angel for that. So welcome Jophiel if you're feeling angry or judgmental or harsh or impatient, and help ask her to transform that. It's really that simple, honestly. I am so excited. I'll be back next week for clairsentience, which will be the final step. We've literally went through every single step of my book this year in 2025. It's been such a pleasure and an honor. I'm excited about the next thing that we're actually going to be talking about after that. I will have a week in Colorado visiting my brother, so I'll be on vacation in the third week of the month. And then on the 16th, I will be at Inner Haven with Megan Mosteller, the amazing sound healer who's going to play singing bowls and channel angelic frequencies through her voice. It's called Angelic Healing Frequencies. And I'm going to be channeling IET for your highest good and highest healing. You know, most likely we're going to do all 9 points, but I'm going to tune in when the group's already, we're about halfway filled, the class. So if you want to join us, this is a really special event. I haven't teamed up with anybody and co-collaborated with anybody in a really long time, years and years. So I'm honored that Megan said yes to the invitation and request, and that we're going to create a magical moment. So it's Wednesday, July 16th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. at Inner Haven in Grays Lake. It's $44. We would love for you and your angels to join us. Bring a friend. Like I said, we're about half full right now, so I'm confident that the class will be filled, and we'd love to see you. And then what else? I did have a reset of my fall classes. And so a whole new set of fall classes is going to be coming out very soon. So if you're not signed up for my newsletter, go to my website, jillkempnerhealing.com. At the bottom of every page, you can sign up for my newsletter to stay aware of all the amazing offerings that are coming up. And yeah, I hope to see you again really soon. I hope you have a beautiful full moon week. Sending you so much love and angel blessings, all the angels of ease and grace and flow and Jophiel and patience. And we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. Lots of love.